Gooshi just doesn't cook anything.
I'm a fast food connoisseur.
Ah. So today we're going to be making Katsu. Katsu is a traditional fast food item for Japanese cuisine. We'll be pounding out Katsu. The nice twist we're going to add to this is we're going to be stuffing them with cheese. So when you cut into them, they should ooze open.
Alright.
Let's do it. So we're going to start by getting our curry prepared and our rice on. So for our curry today, we are going to need onions cut French style. Taking off the tips and the butt. Waste. Cut them in half long ways. Peel the outer layer off. We're going to cut all the onions we have in there. Make sure that when we hold knives, we're holding up on the blade, pinching the blade itself. That gives us the most control. It should rest against that first digit of our fingers. Using our left hand, we're going to go ahead and curl our fingers back. We can place the knife against these. It's going to control the thickness of our cuts. So starting with the ribs, just sort of push through with your knife, and you're going to get little crescent shapes of onions.
Make him do the onions!
I'll do the onions. Alright, I don't mind crying on camera.
Crying yet?
Surprisingly, no. I thought I would be. Internally, maybe, but that's a whole different level.
So when you cut with a knife, what you want to be doing is actually not coming straight down, but pushing forward as you cut.
Oh,
when you come straight down, you crush cell walls, and that gives your food a lower shelf life, so it'll go bad faster, versus actually pushing through, so there's less effort, there's less chance of it sliding into your thumbs.
Was this an intervention from y'all to teach me light stuff? That's the feeling I'm starting to get now. Hey, paparazzi, we only gotta get so close. There's two other cutting boards here.
This water is cold.
Go ahead and we're going to take off just the end pieces. The white part is very flavorful.
Should I make this?
I couldn't tell that was facetious.
Okay.
Is it actually flavorful right over there?
Yes.
Oh.
But that's why we're going to cut all the way the white versus people that cut their green onions here.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and use a technique called Chiffonade for our green onions, and that's a form that we use with rolled vegetables or leafy greens. Mm-hmm. In which case we're going to follow our knuckles all the way across, pushing through. Go ahead and get the finest cut we can by using our knuckles to control the thickness. Think of it like a saw. 1, 2, 3, 4, move your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, move your hand. Japanese curry block. Most traditional Japanese curries have this flavoring in them, so it's a little bit easier than us just going from scratch if you want that street food flavor.
Okay, tell us about this fat slab of meat.
This is a pork loin right here, so this comes off the back of a pig. One of the things you'll notice about this is it has very low intermuscular fat.
Okay.
Which is why we're going to be frying it. What we want to do is we want to take off the fat on top. When you add a bunch of oil, having too much fat is going to be really chewy. Pulling the fat, knife turned up against it, we can take off as little meat as possible.
Okay. It's like magic. I would not have been able to do this.
One of the nice things about Katsus is they're tenderized, so we're essentially going to be flattening this pork out to make it a little softer, as well as for us to stuff it, it has to be really thin. So taking 4-ounce cuts of pork.
These are insanely uniform cuts. I'm impressed.
So with these, we're going to go ahead and stretch them out. We're going to use plastic wrap and a meat mallet so that we don't shoot pork everywhere.
Okay, just put the hammer down.
Be back.
Wait, let me do it.
Yeah, that's
We're going to pound these out.
Okay.
Once they're flat, we're going to switch over to a bottle and roll them.
Okay.
My man had that crazy look in his
Okay.
This is going to give us nice even pork so that way we can fold the cheese into the middle.
Okay.
Sorry.
Everybody who's ever complained about your seating, remember.
Yeah. This could be you.
This could be you.
Yeah, Yeah, tell me how you should be 19th instead of 20th in the seating.
All right, bottle time. So with the bottle,
He made this look really
think
easy.
of it like a wave. What you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be hitting the meat. It's gonna push meat both to the left and the right. And then instead of hitting the crest of that next wave, hit on the left of it to keep pushing it this way, keep pushing it this way, and then we're gonna do it the same way.
Okay.
Hit the center nice and flat.
Remember, that's little Jimmy who bitched about your seating.
Come on, get it on.
How does it look? I think it looks good.
Could be flatter.
There you go.
You got it.
Now watch Ori break the bottle.
See, that would be really funny.
Careful, careful. Move the mallet so you don't hit it on the... Yeah, there you go. Alright, tag me in.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap these with cheese. So if it ever sticks to the top layer, just sort of press it in and then you can pull your layer back.
Oh, okay.
It'll essentially force it to stick to the bottom again. Then go ahead and we're gonna fold these over. We're gonna use plastic wrap to sort of seal it in. You just need to flour, egg wash, and panko bread them. Panko is a traditional Japanese breadcrumb. It's very light and fluffy. We're gonna use a little bit of moisture to make sure that it doesn't overcook before our meat does. And then we're gonna start our curry. So when using any piece of meat, we wanna make sure that they're liberally salted or seasoned. Especially without any intermuscular fat, there's not a lot of flavor that happens. Go ahead, we got everything nice and seasoned. We're gonna go ahead and use a wet hand, dry hand frying method. If you wanna follow me through this, Ori, we're gonna go ahead and have one hand that we just use for batter and one for both of our seasonings.
Okay.
Make sure that they are properly coated in flour. Egg wash, wet hand.
Yep.
We practice this method because when we're frying in bulk, we want to be able to do a lot of things quickly. So it's important to keep our hands separated so we can do more product at once. They should be liberally covered. Let them rest. So same thing, and that way I have one hand so I can do things a lot quicker. All right, grab it, make sure it's fully sealed.
Yep.
There you go. Go ahead
So
and
just
drop
do this.
Bang it like a baseball.
And then just toss
yeah.
it. But I did use the opposite hand. Well,
It's all right.
this
You
is now.
haven't put anything in the batter yet, so you're not committed to a hand.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I tell you, it feels really weird working with like because like it's not touching my hand, but it's not like staying to my hand, so it feels very weird. I want to adjust my mask so bad.
A whole stick of butter.
Street food is not healthy.
What am I doing?
Stir that butter so it doesn't burn.
Yeah, that's right. Stir the butter. See, that's another little more attractive.
Turn down your top. So to get that
I don't know
caramelization,
which way is down.
the one that makes the flame smaller.
That's true, that's true. Okay.
The big advantage of this is you actually get that caramelization versus burning effect, but we want to give those sugars time to develop. For onions like this will probably be 8 minutes.
8 minutes. I would say like less than 10, but more than 5.
Yep.
I don't caramelize on onions often, but when I do.
Everything only boils down to 3 types of cooking. So once you know those basics, you can cook anything
You can do
want.
anything.
Yeah, so it's sort of like in Smash Bros. How there's advantage state, disadvantage state, and neutral. Very similar to cooking, exactly like Matt was saying. Wait, what was the seasoning that you put in here?
Salt and pepper.
Oh, okay. Just the normal stuff. I know what salt and pepper is, okay, Gooshi?
Yeah, the salt and pepper is just the 1 and 2 seed of every tournament.
Yeah, the salt and pepper, they're like the O2ers, you need them.
They're the O2ers. I was saying the 1 and 2
You need
seed,
them in
and you
everything.
go right to the. They're the O and 2ers.
Without them, you can't have the turn.
Without them, you can't have the Katsu bowl. The turning.
Okay, these Smash jokes are awful. Awful. Please cut them.
Just remember, you're the one that started this.
We're doing great.
Once it gets mixed up,
I don't know why nobody else is working. What's going on in this kitchen?
The thing about frying is just make sure that you're not sticking your hands in any oil that's dangerous, and we're also not going to incorporate any liquids into the oil. By adding water to oil, you both shorten its lifespan as well as it evaporates really fast, and when that air comes to the top, it shoots the hot oil anywhere across the edge. So we're going to lower things down nice and safely. The ideal frying temperature is between 300 and 350 for this. By adding ingredients to it, it changes the temp pretty quickly. Every time you add a cold item to hot oil, it drops the temperature. We are all very aware of that. Keeping your oil slightly above the frying temperature you want to use too is a trick. So I heated this up to 400 so that way when we add stuff, it would drop down to our 350 range.
Gotcha.
Would it really lower it that much?
Oh yes. Okay, Jez, would you dice me up half a block of butter?
Ooh, more butter.
Got
More butter.
So we just threw some butter in here just for fun?
So we just want, essentially, when we cook it, that butter we had before was being caramelized, so it has the sugar content, the onions has absorbed it,
Okay.
but we want a little bit of an oil texture
Gotcha.
to our dish itself.
Gotcha.
There's a common saying, especially in barbecue, fat is flavor.
Oh yeah, I mean,
That's not a lie.
A stick and a half of butter in here. I think it's gonna be good.
All right, Gucci, I'm gonna let you take these over as soon as these come out and drop the next ones. I'm gonna have you temp them. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut them open. They should ooze cheese everywhere.
Ooze cheese. Sounds like Dakota's dream.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Our butter is melted. Go ahead and throw the green onions in there. About half it. We'll save some for garnish.
There's no chef in the kitchen anymore. Let's go, boys!
Break all the bottles.
What do you guys think? How do you feel? Feel ready?
I mean, it feels cool.
You ready to open a Katsu restaurant?
No. Maybe if you're there to cook for us.
Yeah. He comes into something.
Yeah, there's a simulator game of this. I think I'm ready. Otherwise,
Simulator game.
yeah.
This is basically the same as Overcooked, isn't it?
Yeah. You just press the A button at the cooking board.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's so good.
I have to film you eating the curry. Hold on. Hold on.
I'll do another one.
Let me see.
That's actually way better than I thought it was going to be.
Curry?
That's downright scrumptious.